Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Michi Makes Up. Today I want to swatch and demo for you my Merit Signature lipsticks. I do have 5 shades here, and if you are interested, I just wanted to leave this here. But they released a new shade called Aperitif, which is this beautiful red with an orange undertone. And this shade is currently only available in their holiday box set called La Fête Edition. And it's incredible, actually, the deal itself with this box set, because it comes with 5 products. So you get a full size of the Merit lipstick in the Aperitif shade, plus their volumizing pomade in neutral. So I guess the neutral shade is also new to the lineup, but I do use the volumizing pomade for brows. I love the signature lipstick. And then they also have a mini deluxe version of the Great Skin Glow Serum, and I love this. I thought with winter, now that winter has, come along and the heat's always on, I thought my skin would be a little bit drier, and I thought I could like upgrade from maybe 2 pumps or 3 pumps, but actually now that I'm using it often, I find that even 1 pump sometimes is just great. It gives me that glow, it's hydrating, not too oily. So yeah, it's great that you also get a deluxe version of that product in this box set. And then there's also included a mini version of the Clean Lash Volumizing and Lengthening Mascara in black. I love the mascara, it does not smudge on me. And then also the Highlight Balm and Bounce. The video is not really about the box itself, but I thought I'd point it out because it's such a good deal. It's valued at $108, but currently retailing for $75. If you're interested, I'll have links to all the lipsticks that I'll be demoing, as well as the comparisons I'll be doing, and then also to this box set, all links below in description if you are interested. So moving on to the signature lipsticks, I've been using them off and on, but pretty frequently over the past several months since it was released earlier this year. They are some of the most comfortable lipsticks in my collection. And the interesting thing is, I always, when I saw these shades and when I started using them, I thought, oh, this shade is similar to this and that shade is similar to this. But when I actually sat down to find these similar shades so that I could compare and see if they're dupes of each other, to show you guys, there really isn't anything in my collection that is too similar. I mean, it might be like within 1 or 2 shades difference from each other, but there's actually enough of a difference that if you are into comfortable lipsticks, satin comfortable creamy lipsticks, I really would endorse these. They're just beautiful, and there is something different about the shade that I find was very surprising, and I think it makes sense because I do find myself going back to them. If there really was a shade or 2 that I have in a different lipstick, I can see not really always grabbing for this, but I actually don't. So a bit about these lipsticks before we get into the swatches. They are known, or they are called lightweight lipsticks because they're very comfortable on the lips and they don't feel heavy. And the description on the website says these are lipsticks you can live in. A hydrating, buildable lipstick with a satin soft finish. It's so lightweight you'll forget you're wearing it. They are buildable as well, and that's what I enjoy about them. Sometimes comfortable lipsticks or clean beauty lipsticks sometimes can be too light in terms of pigmentation, but these are truly buildable. So I'm going to start swatching them, and I'll begin with the lightest shade, or the most neutral shade. It's called Slip, and this is Slipped. It's described as a warm neutral. Then we have Millennial. Millennial is a classic pink, followed by Baby, described as a neutral pink, and then Tiger, a brick red. Fashion is a soft berry shade, and I do love that just within this range here, there's enough difference from one shade to the next that makes it interesting. Once you start building up the layers, they really have more pow and emphasis to them, which I've been really enjoying. So I'm gonna demo Slip for you. And on my lips, I have darker pigmentation. It really almost looks like my lips, but better in a slightly deeper tone. I'm going to put a second layer on. And with this added application, you can really see how the pigment has become more concentrated, and it's like not so much my lips, but better. It's even a bit more deeper than before. And I think it's a beautiful neutral shade that really works on a lot of people. So this one is truly that warm neutral they described. Next is Millennial. Millennial is a classic pink, and I really do feel that way about this shade. Because it is buildable, even with my darker lip pigment on my upper lip, I still feel like I get really good coverage and you can really see the shade. I'm going to go in for a second application to build it up. Next is Baby. This is a neutral pink. Baby looks mauvey on me and I love it. This was very surprising when I first put it on because sure, it's pink, but it has that purple leaning to it because it is neutral, and I just find it so pretty. I don't have anything in my collection that is similar to this in terms of comfort level and shade. So I love it. I find myself going back to this. Yesterday I wore this with a very warm eye look, and then I put a contrasting cool, or I guess neutral, lipstick shade, and it just worked really, really well. So I just, so beautiful. Baby is so beautiful. I'm gonna put on another application to build on it. And so comfortable, so comfortable. Then we have Tiger, a brick red. The shade has a really nice warm brown undertone to it, and I find that for red it is easier to wear. I have neutral undertones, my skin tone, so I find that this is easier to wear with different makeup looks than say like a true red, where it's a bit more specific. You have to like, I find that I need to style, like wear certain things and style my makeup a certain way to really pull off that red, but this is a bit more casual and it's still considered a red. Let me add a second application. I love how easy it is to build on. And because it's so comfortable as I'm removing all of these demos or swatches and putting more on, it feels like I'm rehydrating my lips every time, and it doesn't feel, you know, there is some texture to it, but it's not tacky or sticky, and it's not quite too slick. I feel like the texture is just so that it stays nicely on the lips, and it's lightweight enough that even with like a second application or a third application, you don't feel like it's too heavy. If you need to wipe it off before a meal, uh, I've done that multiple times. You can easily do that and then just kind of put it back on. So it's very no fuss, the application with these lipsticks. All right, let's move on to the last shade, Fashion. Fashion is a soft berry. Fashion is a beautiful shade. It gives you a bit of that statement lip look, but not too much. So if you're just looking for a little bit more emphasis, a little bit more, you know, focus on the lips here with your look, I feel like Fashion is that color. And I tend to really enjoy berry shades, magenta berry shades, and I think this is kind of like in that same range. I also did not wear eyeshadow today because I just wanted to showcase how with these lipsticks, all of the shades, even if you have a very soft makeup look or a simplified makeup look, I don't have eyeshadow, for example. I don't have bronzer either, actually. I have blush. I did my brows, there's foundation, concealer, all of that, but that's it. And I find that these lipstick shades all just kind of go nicely with the look. So those are my 5 Merit lipstick shades that I want to show you guys. Let's move on to some comparisons. First up, I have Rose Ombre from Hermes. It's been a while since we've seen Hermes lipsticks on this channel. I find that this might be sort of similar to Baby. but it's not quite. Baby is much cooler in comparison. You could even say maybe it's more similar to Millennial than it is to Baby. These are Hermes's satin lipsticks, so in terms of texture, they're kind of similar. However, the Merit lipsticks are very comfortable in comparison. This, not as much, but I would say concentration of pigment is comparable, about the same, and both are buildable. And the Hermes lipsticks do have a light perfume scent to them. The Merit lipsticks are unscented, but there is a scent. It's not a perfume or fragrance scent. It's not really a chemical scent either. It's so light that the moment you stop thinking about it, so I would apply the lipstick and I would get a whiff of it, and then, you know, as I'm finishing up, it's kind of already gone. So the moment you don't focus, you don't think about it, you don't even notice it. That's how light it is. And I do want to take another lipstick here. This is from Wayne Goss. It's the luxury, I think, cream lipsticks in the shade Daisy, one of my favorite shades. It's going to be too light, so it's not really comparable to anything here, but I do want to just show you guys the texture because it is a satin lipstick. In terms of pigment concentration, it is as pigmented, as concentrated as Hermes, but you can see how these have a bit more of a glisten to them, if you will, compared to Hermes and Wayne Goss. It really has to do with the nourishing oils they put in these Merit signature lipsticks. Then I have from Victoria Beckham, probably before the Merit lipsticks, my favorite comfortable lipsticks from a clean beauty brand. This is in the shade Girl. Girl might have some similarities with Slip, so that's why I chose this shade. So this is Girl, and it is not as warm and not as deep as Slip, but Girl is very beautiful. I use this as more of my, you know, my lips but better type of lipstick. They're very hydrating and very comfortable, like the Merit lipsticks, but the main difference between the two, I find, is that these are a little bit lighter in pigmentation. You can build it up, but not in the same way as you can with the Merit lipsticks, because this you really get a concentrated application with them when you do multiple, and you can compare it to kind of, you know, non-clean beauty brands. So I find that pretty impressive. The Victoria Beckham Posh lipsticks are a bit more, or a bit lighter. And let me take another VB shade to see if we might find something similar here. This is another shade in Twist, and I'll just swatch Twist right up here. Okay, Twist might actually, maybe some similarities. Not quite the same kind of pink, so this is, Merit calls this a classic pink, and Twist, I think, is more of a, closer to a medium pink in comparison, and not similar at all to Baby, the neutral pink. And finally, I feel like a lipstick comparison part of the video is not going to be complete without Lisa Eldridge. So I took her newer release from her satin lipstick line, is going to be Le Mépris, and I'll swatch Le Mépris. I'm running out of room here. I'll do that right here. It's really quite light, and her lipsticks, these kind of luxuriously lucent lipsticks, have a translucent quality to them. They are buildable, but they're not quite buildable to the same range as these Merit lipsticks, to Hermes, Wayne Goss. Even depending on the shade, I feel like it could even be a tad lighter in terms of concentration of pigmentation than to the Posh lipsticks. So, and again, the shade itself, not similar to this Millennial here. And of course, Slip is warmer, much warmer. Well, those are all my Merit lipsticks. Had a lot of fun playing around with them. I'm on a lipstick kick. I think there will be more lipstick videos coming very soon here. Thank you for watching, and if you are interested in any of the items, links below. And also, I have some discount codes with brands that I've worked with this year, and I really should be including all of those codes in my description. So yes, they will be in the description if you're interested. One is from Emile Cordon, beautiful lip balms, and another from Be Kind, who sent me this necklace here, so and a bunch of other accessories. So if you're interested, you can have a look at those. I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye.